going to talk about my top 5 favorite Pampered Chef products that I use just about all the time. And the reason why I'm talking about Pampered Chef products is this is a good time to remind you all that I actually am a Pampered Chef consultant and have been since 2020. And one of the reasons why I am a consultant is because I like using quality products in the kitchen. And I like all that Pampered Chef has to offer. I don't even go into homes and do parties. I can if I want, but I really am just a believer in their products and just like sharing about them. So that's what I'm going to do today, going 1 through 5, with 5 being my absolute favorite. So the first one, which I have found that most people do have, but if you don't, I highly recommend the Mix and Chop. The Mix and Chop is kind of what put Pampered Chef on the map. This is a fan favorite. It's perfect for crumbling up your meats like sausage and ground beef and getting anything into a crumble where you have to break that down. And also I use it all the time for my guacamole. I love how I can scrape around the bowl and get my guacamole to the perfect consistency without it getting too mushy. This I use every time. You can also mash up tomatoes if you're making tomato sauce. It's perfect for you to have in your kitchen. The second thing are these silicone heat and water resistant gloves. I love these mitts. They are so awesome because if you are getting anything hot out of the oven or off the grill or anything like that, you want to protect your hands, because a lot of times when you go in with a mitt that's made of cloth or fabric, it is usually not as long. These go all the way to my wrist and they prevent you from hitting the top of the oven and burning your hand. Also, they're perfect for cleaning. I don't know about you, but you know how many mitts I have that have stains or holes, or they're just gross looking, and I love that these can be easily washed. So these are used all the time. So I should get another pair of these, but this is my number 2 used item from Pampered Chef. Number 3 on my list is going to be any of the cookware from Pampered Chef, but our favorites are these non-stick pans. This is 10-inch. They also come in 8-inch, which we have. And what we love about them is because we're huge on making eggs in this family. And what we love about this pan that makes it unique and easy to clean is the fact that you see here, no bolts that connect the handle. Most of your pans have that bolt, and that's the hardest part to clean. Not with these. Wipe it out, you're done. It's so easy. And oh, are you noticing that I have a part of it in my hand? That's the handle, and it's meant to come off like that. It is actually 2 pieces, and the whole point of taking it off is so for storage, if you want to be able to store it and it's not poking out of your cabinets. So isn't that handy? So nice. Love this. I, once again, love all of the cookware from Pampered Chef, but this is my ultimate favorite. The 4th item that every kitchen needs and everybody should invest in is the Rock Crock items. The one I have here is the Rock Crock Everyday Pan. So what it is here with a glass lid. And what is so awesome about this is it can heat up to 740 degrees, no joke. So it can go from your grill, it could go on your stove, it can go in your microwave, it can go on anything you need. A lot of times you have to put your onions, or you want to saute, or you want to brown your meat, and you have to do that in another pan. Not with this. You could do all that heating and searing in this pan on a grill or on the stove, and then you put it on this insert, which it then can slow cook. So this is a slow cooker base that works with your everyday pan, because any of your Rock Crock stuff can sustain that high heat and cook really well. And then you can move it and make it versatile. So if you start at one place, like in the oven, and then you want to move it to your stovetop or vice versa, you can do that. And it is also dishwasher safe. So amazing. I love it. I've made meatballs in this. I've made pasta dishes in this. I've made pork chops in this. We do our sauerkraut pork in this. Just about anything I'm going to use a crock pot for, I am going to this first because I want to have that extra flavor with the saute option. and I just love this thing. They now have an upgraded version, which is digital, which is so cool, and I want. So I'm here to interrupt to tell you that I actually did get the new version. So here's the old one. It only had low, high, and warm settings. And now this one, which still fits your everyday pan, now you can have low, high, warm, but it is with a timer, so you can time it and temp it just like your usual crock pots, the more modern crock pots. This is so great. Now I can set a timer and leave it and not have to worry about it. Now, even more of a reason it's one of my top 5 faves. So let's not just take my word for it. Let's go ahead and show you an actual recipe I made with this Rock Crock everyday pan with baked macaroni and cheese with shrimp. I have 1.5 pounds of raw shrimp that have the gills and the tails removed, and now I'm getting those cooked in 2 tablespoons of butter. Once they're cooked on both sides, I'm going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of dry sherry, and I'm going to stir that around, getting the liquid reduced a little. Then I'm going to remove my shrimp from the pan and add 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm getting that melted and adding 1/4 a cup of flour because I'm going to be making a roux. This is going to be our cheese sauce. So I'm incorporating that flour into the butter, getting it all melted and blended together and smooth. The objective here is smooth because now I'm ready to whisk in my milk, and I'm adding a little bit of milk at a time, but it's 3.5 cups of milk total. Once I feel the consistency is right, I go ahead and add it all in. I'm adding 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, continuously stirring, adding some salt and pepper mix, and then just making sure it gets to a simmer for a few minutes. And now I'm ready to add my pasta. 1 pound of dry rigatoni pasta. I'm getting that all under the liquid, and I'm going to add my cheese. 1 cup of shredded Fontina cheese, and also 1 cup of white sharp cheddar cheese. I'm getting this all mixed together with the pasta underneath the liquid, and I'm reserving 1 cup of the shredded cheese for the topping. I'm going to put my lid on, put it in the oven for 30 minutes at 400 degrees. Now my pasta should be completely cooked. I'm going to give it just a little bit of a stir, and I'm going to add some more dry sherry, 4 more tablespoons to the mixture. I'm going to stir that in, and I'm going to work on my topping. My topping has 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs along with that shredded remaining 1 cup of cheddar cheese, and I'm going to crumble it on top to coat the pasta. I forgot the actual shrimp, so now I'm going to just bury those little guys under and put my topping back in place. Back into the oven under broil for 3 minutes. I'm going to crack open my oven so I don't burn it. And it didn't, it came out perfect. The family wasn't ready to eat yet, so I just put it on the base of the crock pot and put it on low or warm until they were ready to eat. So that was your 4th item. So we talked about 1, the mix and chop, 2, the gloves, 3, the pan, 4, everyday pan with the crock pot insert. Now, my favorite thing from Pampered Chef that we use every day is the air fryer. What makes Pampered Chef's air fryer different is going to be that it has 2 racks. It's not a basket kind. It has 2 racks, so it's like a little oven. What makes Pampered Chef's air fryer also unique is all the settings. It can bake, it can roast, it can rotisserie, it reheats, and it dehydrates. And a lot of times air fryers only do one thing, but I have done a whole rotisserie chicken in here. And of course, baking and roasting. So it is so versatile, and every day I use it for my English muffin. Even though it doesn't say toast on here, air frying your English muffin for 5 minutes on air fry setting gets it perfect. A little crispy and soft in the middle, and I have it just about every day. It's my favorite. There you have it. Those are my top 5 most used and highly recommended products by Pampered Chef. I hope you found this informative and helpful when you go to shop for your next item for your kitchen. Thanks for tuning in. And here are other videos you can watch about the air fryer and other Pampered Chef products. Remember to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.